Yeah. So I'm here, in this crappy place that I don't know what to do. No, there's nothing actually to do, honestly, compared to where I'm from. There's actually nothing. So, most of my time, when I'm working some shit I hate doing, it's a lot of physical work, and I'm tired all the time from it. And, it wouldn't bother me at all if it was for a reason. I don't think there's a reason. Like, I'm here and I'm barely at all see the kid, my own kid. My daughter drives and she don't come around looking for me or anything. Once in a while, and it's like a weird situation where you might see a friend, you go out with your friend for lunch or something. That's what it's like. That's not something I'm willing to continue the misery for. Like, I'm not getting any real time with them, especially not my son. I don't get any time with my son, quality wise, at all. And they never come to. They never come to where I am after the struggle it's been to get where I am right now. Which isn't my own apartment, but it shouldn't matter, right? There's no effort to wanna keep a relationship. The ex-husband narcissist has destroyed the connection with my kids. With the 4 years that he's had them, he has destroyed the bond in a way, to the extent that I don't see it getting fixed. As much as I try, anything I have to say doesn't matter. Anything I have to give doesn't matter. It's, it's taken for granted. Anything that I go through alone. I have no one to help me. Look at this place. This is not a place for somebody like me right now. This is not good. I need a lot of help and companionship where I'm not getting because of course, my daughter doesn't really think it's important to spend any time with me quality wise. She only picks me up occasionally, I guess, when the father decides. The father decides and also has to be present. I don't want to be around that person. I can't be around that person. Causes me a lot of anxiety. And anytime before it wasn't as bad, but now, if before we were able to go together places without without the father around, but slowly, little by little, it's gotten to a point where I can't see them at all unless that person is present. Like there's some weird. I don't know what he's telling. I don't know what he's telling him. But I'm not here. I'm not here because I want to be here, or that I belong here at all, and they don't seem to understand that. They don't care. Uh, and I know it has to do with him saying things indirectly, directly, whatever it is. The narcissist finds a way to put in your head things that aren't true. So their view of me is very, very skewed and incorrect. So, you know, the only thing I can do, and I don't see my kids like every other weekend or anything fair like normal people would do. I don't have any of that access to them. I can only see them when this person decides he wants something from me or needs something from me and wants to flex and try to show off with dinners and things I could care less about and never cared about. And it's just, spending unnecessary money for nothing just to like try to control me in a way where he wants me to go, which right now I think has to do with the passports that he needs me to sign passports for them to go traveling. And that's all it is. So that's really all it is. And there's no relationship with my kids really because they don't answer the phone. They don't respond to anything I send them or tell them. And before I used to send gifts and things in the mail and stuff, and a lot of those things were sold. were sold. I can't even make this up. It was sold by the father for money, I guess. And that's how they've been treating me for the longest time. It's gotten worse. And this is what happens when you try to leave somebody like this abusive person, mentally abusive, and they come after you and they take everything that you have, if you have anything. Sometimes you don't have anything. The only thing I had was my kids, and that was the only thing that mattered to me. So, since, he would have tried to take money from me, he's trying to take money from me now. But that was the only thing that mattered. That kept me alive, kept me going. And those kids want nothing to do with me. And, that was my life. That was all I cared about, was them. There's no point of going to work and all that crap. It's not worth it. I work, and the only thing that I have on my mind is I can see them at some point. I'm hoping that I can. It's hard. And time is limited. So the only thing I can do is go to court and this is gonna trigger some more aggression again from him to come after me and things of that sort, but I have no choice. I have to try. and and that's why I'm here. Because the court didn't care at all. Since I was in another state, they didn't care. I had no real say. Unfortunately, I didn't know how that worked. The courts were with their rules and all that stuff. I didn't know. And I didn't realize how hard it would be for me to be with my kids. You think that the judge and all that would be on a woman's side? I don't know. I don't do drugs and I'm not that person, so I don't know why that happened to me, but it did. And so that's very anytime I see them it's to like go to dinner. What is this? What are we, friends here? No, we're not friends. You're my kids and I don't want to go out to dinner every time. That's so impersonal and distant. I don't, it's not normal to me at all. And you know I can't even spend time with them in the house. I can't give them money. I have no money to give. I pay my bills with that money. That's it. That's where it goes. I don't make a lot. I never made much. When I was with him, I didn't even make much money at all. I was at home. And you think that the court, I can't explain this to anybody because no one believes me. So, they don't have to deal with a narcissist like this. Most people don't. They don't know what they're dealing with most of the time, but I know what I'm dealing with. And the only thing that's going to keep me going to this job, or this 2 jobs I have, is to make it to that courthouse and try at least to get some kind of fair seeing of my kids here, fairness, some kind of court order that is making it so that I could see my son at least every weekend or every other weekend or something like that, because I don't see them at all now. The only time I said I see them is if that guy decides to go out to eat dinner, like we're all friends or colleagues. It's sick people. This is a sick person. So, the only way I can get him to do anything is by the law. That's why I have to always, I don't want to resort to that, and I end up having to, and then when I do, he comes after me. So I gotta be ready and prepared for him to come after me again, because when I put him back in the court system, it's gonna be dangerous for me. Because this guy is physically dangerous towards me. So, that's next. But right now, this weather is horrendously bad for my car. And to travel all the way to the other side, to go to the courthouse is going to be not easy. And I have to find the time to do that. But I will do it. I should be able to file a motion for cheap, since I do have a card here, which I don't get any food money. I just have the insurance. Thank God for that. But that's it. So, I should be able to get a discounted motion to see the judge. And, they might ask me about child support and things. I don't make enough for child support to begin with, but the father has not asked for it because my money is very little and he has more money than me. He doesn't want child support. He just put it that way so I could be stuck in a legal problem. That's all. But whatever the court wants, I'll do. You know, by law, whatever. I understand, but I also want my rights as well because I never lost rights. I never lost my rights. Why am I getting treated like this? So, you know, the order is not being honored. I'm going to tell them, I say, you know, I had to leave that state because he didn't honor the agreement of taking halfway drives, that I got to go halfway, 5 hour drive, and he has to go halfway to meet up so I can see my kids, and he stopped doing that. So, yeah, I don't know, but the nurses always covers their tracks, so I have to be prepared for that. That's the scary part. I'm very scared of that. This noise is fucking, I don't know, these people are from another country, they're not from my country. So. But, I gotta deal with this, I gotta calm down because I was very, very upset before. Because my daughter comes in this weather. Look at the weather here. It's windy snow. This already been snow before the snow. So I told her to be careful. Because when she was driving, she's driving up a road that's not paved. Not plowed at all because they don't care. These random streets. They don't plow. And I told her to be careful, even in her Jeep. Not Jeep. Mercedes. See, this is why I don't care about labels of cars. Because this Mercedes is going to slide just like my Honda sliding. The same fucking thing. Why pay all that money for a car that's that expensive? For what? It's a car. Anyway, so that proved my point. That fucking car was sliding all over. She's talking about buying snow tires. I said, wow, you're going to spend more money on tires now. So that got me mad. I'm like, you know what I got to drive in? My little Honda. My little Honda to fucking work every day. And I don't even get to see my kids at the end of the day. What's the point of that? I don't need to be at work then. I don't. There's no point. I'm paying rent to people that I don't want to give my money to. I'd rather give that to my kids. Stupid. So I was getting upset with her, and then she's telling me not to yell at her. I said, what the hell are you talking about, yelling? I'm not yelling. I'm telling you what's going on, what bothers me. And since she doesn't want to hear shit from me, she drops me off and she tells me to get out of the car. I said, I'm not getting out of the car. I didn't waste my time working to not see you. But she insists on it. And she was going to meet up with her father anyway. So, of course, I already know that he's the one that told her to pick me up to go and eat. This is my own kids. They don't even want to see me at all out of their own will, you know? So, and she's calling me dramatic and all that. I get very hurt from these kind of comments from my kids and treatment, and, you know, I start to get emotional and I can't help it, but when I get emotional, she wants me away from her. She don't want to see me emotional or hurt. Good. I guess that's a good way to solve your problems. You just get rid of the problem. Whatever. It's funny. I never see my daughter overly emotional ever. I don't think I ever see her crying or anything. Like, I don't know what kind of kid I have, but uh, I don't know. She's a lot like her father, I guess, and that's not a good thing. Cause don't she's very cold to me for no reason. This wasn't like this with her before. We were so close. I took care of her. I took her everywhere I went. I took her so many places, fun things. I dressed her up. I taught her about makeup. I taught her about clothes and so many good things. And she was happy as a kid. But in the last 4 years being with this guy, I'm having them move 4 times. It's become, I guess, trauma bond, which is very dangerous because she won't get out of it. She don't live her own life. And I keep telling her, you gotta go to college. You have to find a way. You have to find your life. You have to go and be with friends. You have to go dating once in a while. Occasionally I bring up these conversations with her. Not in a bad way and not yelling. I'm just saying, I just tell her you gotta go to college. You have to learn more. You need to pick up more on what's gonna make you successful here in this country. You can't just make money out of thin air. You have to practice. You have to get the skills. But no, nothing matters. She doesn't call me up and say, "Hey, do you want to go to the supermarket and get food?" Hey, you wanna? No, she says, "Well, I shouldn't have to help you. You should be helping me." Really? I mean, in a perfect world, maybe, but I need a lot of help just who I am. Um, I have I can't be alone and just continue working like a robot for nothing with nobody around. So I don't know what else to say. I have a headache and this person is talking so loud that I can't think of what I'm saying. I can't hear my thoughts. So I gotta go and look at this shithole weather. I don't like this. This look, you can't go outside right now because of this. You can't do anything basically. So yeah, some people like that. That's all I have to say.